Hello, in this video I'll show you how to improve your athlete's motor learning. Motor learning is the process of acquiring, improving and retaining skill involving movement and coordination. It is a complex, long-term process that results in relatively permanent changes in the ability to perform motor tasks driven by practice, experience and feedback. So basically a lot of what we want to achieve in climbing performance coaching. The optimal theory of motor learning, short for optimizing performance through intrinsic motivation and attention for learning, is a framework proposed by Gabriele Wulf and Lewthwaite from 2016. It integrates motivational and attentional factors to explain how humans learn and refine motor skills most effectively. Instead of focusing only on practice schedules and feedback, the theory emphasizes how psychological states and attentional focus shape performance and long-term learning. What are the core principles of the optimal theory? It's actually really easy to implement. First, there is the notion of enhanced expectancy, that learners perform better when they have positive expectations about their ability to succeed, believing improvement is possible, experiencing small successes, or receiving encouraging feedback. This boosts confidence and resilience, reducing anxiety and freeing up attentional resources for skill execution. The second important point is autonomy support, providing learners with a sense of control, such as letting them choose aspects of practice, like for example order of drills, type of feedback, timing and rest. That increases motivation. Even small choices foster ownership, engagement and persistence in practice. Then finally, there is the external focus of attention, directing attention to the effects of movement. For example, focusing on the trajectory of a ball or the push against the ground rather than body mechanics improves performance and learning. This allows the motor system to self-organize more efficiently, leading to smoother, more automatic control. The implications for coaching and practice design are manifold. For example, it builds confidence and positive expectancies. Provide constructive, success-oriented feedback. That adjustment improved your accuracy, rather than highlighting errors. Use achievable progressions that give athletes a sense of improvement. Frame challenges as opportunities rather than threats. To support autonomy, you should allow athletes to make small choices in their training. Like for example, selecting the order of drills, choosing when to receive feedback and how to receive feedback, or picking a practice partner. Involve athletes in goal setting and encourage self-reflection. Reduce overly controlling coaching behaviors that undermine intrinsic motivation. To promote an external focus of attention, use cues that relate to the desired outcome. Minimize internal technical instructions unless absolutely necessary. Why does this matter for climbing coaches? Well, research tells us that it leads to faster skill acquisition. Learners reach higher performance levels more quickly. Then it leads to greater retention and transfer. Skills are more robust under pressure in a new context. It increases motivation. Athletes are more engaged, persistent, and resilient. And finally, it reduces performance anxiety. Confidence and autonomy help buffer against stress. In short, optimal theory shifts coaching from mechanical instructions to creating the right motivational and attentional environment for athletes to thrive. Let's ground the optimal theory in the context of climbing performance coaching. Here's a quick guide or checklist how to implement optimal theory in your coaching. So, again, we start with enhanced expectancies to build confidence and success. Create small wins. Set routes and problems slightly below a climber's max level to build early success. You flowed smoothly through that sequence. Your foot placements were spot on. Reframe errors as progress. Instead of "you keep slipping off that hold," try "each attempt is getting closer. You stayed on that hold a little bit longer this time." Use positive priming. Before a difficult climb, remind them of a previous success. Remember how you stuck that dyno last session? This one is similar. Checklist for coaches. Highlight progress, not just outcomes. Give success-oriented feedback and normalize mistakes as part of learning. So, how about autonomy support? Well, give them choice and ownership. Offer micro choices. Let the climber pick the warm-up route in the order of attempts or when they want feedback. Do you want to start on the slab or on the overhang today? Encourage self-exploration. Let them try different beta, like movement solutions, before stepping in with suggestions. Would you like to try your own sequence first, or do you want a hint? Involve them in goal setting. For example, short term, do you want to focus on endurance or technical footwork this session? Long term, the question could be, what's your personal project for the session? A quick checklist for coaches. Provide choices in drills and routes. Invite climbers to decide when they want feedback. And support personal goal setting. Now, how to go about the external focus of attention. Focusing on effects, not body mechanics. Direct attention to the outcome and the environment. Instead of "keep your hips close to the wall," say "press your hips towards the rock to feel more balanced." Instead of "engage your core," say "imagine pulling your body into the wall like a magnet." Use hold or wall-oriented cues. Push the foothold down like a step rather than straighten your leg. Reach past the hold as if you're pulling the wall down. For more ideas, The Language of Coaching by Nick Winkelman is highly recommended. Mental imagery. Encourage them to imagine flowing upwards like water instead of micromanaging hand and foot placements. Quick checklist for coaches. Use cues linked to wall, holds, or movement effects. Replace technical body instructions with outcome-focused language. Encourage imagery and metaphors. I recorded and published a lot of my sessions over the years, but for you to understand them and decipher might be tricky. So here is a super basic bouldering coaching session that respects the optimal theory. Starting with a warm-up, the athletes should choose or should be able to choose between, for example, traversing or easy problems to foster their autonomy. As a coach, you give only positive feedback on flow and movement ease. That would hopefully foster their expectancies. Say today they're doing project work on limit climbing. They would be working on attempting problems at their limit. The coach would avoid micromanaging beta. Let them explore solutions, again, to foster their autonomy. After an attempt, you could say you generated great upward momentum in the dyno. What if you aim your chest towards the target hold to foster external focus of attention and expectancy? And last not least, there should be a cool down reflection. Ask, what did you feel worked best for you today? Again, to foster autonomy and self-awareness. Finish with highlighting one specific success. You held that crux hold longer than ever before. Prove you're stronger and more precise now. This approach makes climbing training motivating, self-directed and skill efficient, while reducing the paralysis by analysis that often happens when climbers overthink body mechanics. Thanks for watching, and please don't be shy. Leave questions and comments below.